What if I told you that something as simple as a spoonful of rice from your kitchen could breathe life back into your garden soil in just 48 hours? It might sound too good to be true, but gardeners across the country are seeing dramatic changes just days after adding this everyday ingredient to their beds and pots. In this video, we're putting 3 forms of rice to the test: raw rice, cooked rice, and fermented rice water, to find out which one truly sparks microbial activity beneath the soil surface. You'll see what each form does, how fast it works, and most importantly, how to use them properly so you don't waste time or attract unwanted pests. If you've been gardening for years and your soil just isn't what it used to be, hard, tired, and lifeless, this could be the gentle, natural fix you've been looking for. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which type of rice to use and when, with simple steps you could try home today. For many longtime gardeners, soil may start to feel like more of a struggle than a joy. You water, you fertilize, you plant, but the results just aren't what they used to be. Plants grow slower, roots don't dig in, and everything just feels tired. But here's the thing. Soil isn't just dirt. It's a living, breathing ecosystem. And without life beneath the surface, all the fertilizers in the world won't help much. At the heart of healthy soil is an invisible workforce: microbes. Bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and other tiny organisms work together to break down dead organic matter into the exact nutrients your plants need. They convert compost into plant food, protect roots from disease, and even help hold moisture in the ground. In other words, they do the heavy lifting so you don't have to. But over time, especially in older or overworked garden beds, these microbes can go dormant or disappear altogether. Compacted soil, synthetic fertilizers, and even age-related changes in how we tend our gardens can lead to lifeless soil. The good news? You don't need to buy anything fancy to bring that soil back to life. With just a little help from something as humble as rice, you can wake up your garden's microbial network and get things growing again. Raw rice. When you bury a handful of raw, uncooked rice in your garden, don't expect much to happen right away. In fact, it might sit there quietly for weeks with no visible change. That's because raw rice is incredibly resilient. Its starch is locked inside dense, tightly packed granules protected by a tough, crystalline structure. Microbes can't just dive in and start feasting. They need time and the right conditions to break it down. Over time, as moisture softens the rice grains, specific types of fungi like Aspergillus and Penicillium begin to colonize the surface. These fungi send out enzymes that slowly start to unlock the rice's stored energy. It's a quiet, gradual process, nothing explosive, but beneath the surface, the soil is starting to change. Think of raw rice as a slow-release meal for microbes. It doesn't cause a microbial boom, but instead offers steady, background nourishment. This makes it especially useful for deep soil conditioning. Burying it several inches down can support fungal networks and microbial communities all season long. It's also a smart addition to a cold or slow compost pile that needs a bit more fuel over time. So, while it may not be flashy, raw rice plays a valuable long game in your garden's ecosystem. Cooked rice. Now, let's talk about the game changer: cooked rice. Once rice is boiled, something magical happens at the microscopic level. The heat and water break down its crystalline starch structure through a process called gelatinization. Instead of a tough, dry grain, you're left with soft, swollen starch that microbes can instantly recognize and devour. When you bury cooked rice in your soil, it's like throwing a feast for the microbial world. Within 24 to 48 hours, you might notice subtle but exciting signs that life has returned. A faint sour smell, tiny bubbles rising from the soil, or even a thin white fuzz creeping across the surface. These are signs that bacteria like Bacillus and Pseudomonas are multiplying rapidly, fueled by the easy-to-access sugars now unlocked in the rice. This makes cooked rice perfect for quick fixes. Maybe you're getting ready to plant and want to wake up your beds fast, or you've got a cold compost pile that needs a jump start. A handful of cooked rice buried a few inches down can do wonders in just days. But like any good booster, it doesn't last forever. Cooked rice is consumed quickly, usually gone within a week or two. And because it's so appetizing, there's a small risk it could attract pests if left too close to the surface. That's why it's best used as a short-term kickstarter, not a long-term solution. Used wisely, though, cooked rice can turn lifeless soil into a thriving microbial community almost overnight. Fermented rice water. If cooked rice is the quick boost and raw rice is the slow burn, then fermented rice water is the gentle, balanced middle ground, and it's surprisingly easy to make. Here's how. Take 1 cup of uncooked white rice and rinse it gently with 2 cups of clean water. Stir thoroughly for a minute or two, then strain the water into a clean glass jar. You'll notice it looks cloudy. That's the starchy goodness microbes love. Cover the jar loosely, a coffee filter or paper towel works well, and let it sit at room temperature for 3 to 5 days. During that time, beneficial lactic acid bacteria multiply, giving the liquid a slightly sour smell when it's ready. Before using it, dilute it with water at a 1:10 ratio. For every cup of fermented rice water, add 10 cups of clean water. Then simply pour it around the base of your plants or in a garden beds. Because it doesn't contain any actual rice grains, you won't attract pests, and you can use it freely in flower beds, vegetable gardens, even houseplants. It acts like a probiotic for your soil, helping to rebalance and strengthen the microbial community. When applied every 2 to 3 weeks, it keeps soil life steady and thriving without overwhelming it. Fermented rice water is especially helpful for potted plants and raised beds, where microbial ecosystems can be more fragile. It's one of the safest, most natural inoculants you can make at home, and it costs next to nothing. How to use each. Each type of rice offers a unique benefit, depending on what your garden needs. Cooked rice is your go-to for a quick boost. Use it when you need fast microbial activity, like prepping a garden bed before planting or waking up a slow compost pile. Just bury it a few inches deep to avoid pests. Raw rice is best for long-term nourishment. Tuck it deeper into garden beds to slowly feed your soil's microbial life over weeks and months. It's a quiet helper that keeps working in the background. Fermented rice water is ideal for consistent care. Think of it as a soil probiotic. Use it every 2 to 3 weeks as a gentle drench around roots. Perfect for raised beds, pots, and flower beds that need steady support. When used together, these 3 tools can bring lasting life back to any garden. It's amazing to think that something as ordinary as rice, whether raw, cooked, or simply rinsed, can help revive tired, lifeless soil. You don't need expensive products or complicated solutions. Sometimes, the best tools are already in your kitchen. If your garden needs a little extra love this season, try one of these methods. There's no big risk, just a simple, natural way to spark life underground and give your plants the rich, living soil they deserve. Because every garden, no matter how big or small, deserves to come alive. In our next video, we'll dive into another overlooked garden ally hiding in your pantry, banana peels. You'll learn how to turn kitchen scraps into powerful, nutrient-rich plant food without ever leaving your backyard.